G'day folks, Ando from Boss Outdoor with this week's fishing report. How good is this weather? There's a little hint of spring in the air, the fish have reacted to it, and they're starting to come on the chew. So let's find out what's biting, starting with the estuary. So guys, the Pambula River is probably still the pick over the Merimbula-Pambula systems. There are plenty of salmon in the system, but there's also plenty of bread and butter species such as trevally and flathead. One customer came into the store telling us that he was drifting down the channel with just pilchard bait and he caught trevally, flathead, salmon, but he also got a nice little dewey. It was only 62 centimetres, but hey, what a fantastic bycatch. That dewey was released to fight another day, but it just goes to show that that system is really fishing well. Probably the pick would be Bega River around Mogarika. Those steep rock walls coming into that deep water adjacent to those shallow sand beds. That is the pick for me at the moment. There are so many flathead coming from those areas. One customer boasted he caught 20 in a session and he said they were all good fish. Now, of course, most of those fish went back, but he did keep a feed, which is great. It's a really good option in winter to chase those flatties up in the Bega River. So while the flatty fishing's been really good in the Bega River, what's impressing me is the amount of mulloway that are still coming out of that system. Our man Dave Parker from Boss Outdoor ventured up to the Bega River the other day and caught himself an absolute beauty. Well done, Dave. What a beautiful dewey. And how Dave caught that, he was casting bigger soft plastics up along those steep rock walls into those deeper holes, pretty much the same manner as in what you would be doing if you were chasing those flathead at the moment. So good bycatch, eh? Flatties, deweys, what's not to love? So Adam Harris from Boss Outdoors taking a little different approach to his fishing at the moment, capitalising on this beautiful pre-spring weather and getting himself out in a kayak and fishing all these little creeks and landlocks that are abundant on our Sapphire Coast. He's been getting a few little flatties and a couple of nice little brim, and obviously releasing the brim so they're there for you to go and explore. But it's just a fantastic option given the weather is starting to warm up a little bit. So the snapper are fired up again now, guys, which is great to see. Let's have a chat about that. How good is it to see the snapper coming back on the chew, guys? Jackson Lee's been getting a few on the Bait Junkie wave minnows at the moment, which is really good. He's been getting those off Long Point. There's also a few snapper on the jigs as well. So you're targeting that 40 to 50 metre zone, you're going to find some good catches. A lot of the fish are averaging between that 40 and 55 range, but I have heard of some 65 to 70s coming out of that Eden area as well. So plenty about, guys, but it's not all about the snapper. There are a lot of flatties around now. One customer came into the shop, said he caught some beautiful flatties up off Tura Beach, just north, and I also hear Bonder is fishing really well as well for those flatheads. So I have heard of some gummy sharks being thrown in the mix and a couple of gurnards. So if you drift in the sand, you've got flatties and gummies. If you're out on the rubble, you've got snapper and mowies. Pretty good. Great to see the fishing coming back after all those big seas. So that beach fishing's been red hot too, guys. Let's cross to Dave right now where he's into the action.
Yeah, that's right, Ando. Still some really good fish on the beaches. I've come down today to give it a bit of a spin. I've come down with my just spinning outfit. I'm just throwing stuff like the Oceans Legacy 60 grams or the Nomad Ridgeback in the 60 gram of the County Pilchard, and so far it is some quality salmon. Fish are cast at the moment, come over the bit of a hill, saw a massive bait school and just into them. So don't forget spinning metals, great way to get in some fish on the beaches, going for a walk, just take a rod, great fun. Well, that was an amazing session, just as good as it gets on the Sapphire Coast, really. Huge school of salmon, 20 or 30 fish just ripping across the water to eat that lure. They're still there, so I'm just here for a short time, so I'm going home now, but left and biting. What a session. How good is the Sapphire Coast of New South Wales?
Yeah, too right, Dave. How blessed are we to live in this part of the world. While the beach fishing's good, rock fishing is also very good at the moment. Plenty of big drummer around, some good sized drummer coming off Short Point and Long Point. So for those rock fishermen, get out there and get into that. But another cool phenomenon that's happening at the moment is there's a whole stack of Ludwig around, and Aaron's been getting them on soft plastics. Not one, not two, but multiple fish on lures, which is really cool. So maybe give the Ludwig a crack on soft plastics for something different. So I hear the deep dropping's really good at the moment too. So we'll go and find Leif so he can give you all the intel on where to find these beautiful fish.
Yeah, we really have seen some great blue eye fishing this week. Local boys going out and catching a lot of fish, so it's been really good up and down the coast. Hey, there's not a lot of current in most of that water. You can see all through there that current is still pushing down from the north, but at not much. It's under a knot, so pretty good deep dropping all the way down. Still some spectacular tuna fishing up off that Sydney area and down, so just south of Sydney around that JB area and stuff is all catching a lot of yellowfin tuna, so that's been really good, and hopefully they continue down to our area. But yeah, if I'm going fishing this weekend, I'm definitely going out for some blue eye. I think that has just been spectacular, and anywhere from that sort of 300 metres, just a bit deeper than that, is going to be really good fishing. So yeah, back to you, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, well, that said, Leif, Micah and his crew have just pulled up at the dock, so let's wander over and see how the boys did. Well, boys, looks like you had a great day out there.
Yeah, did pretty good. Yeah, they did.
What, did you get them on the jigs, baits?
Yeah, a couple on the jig and a couple on the baits.
Sensational, guys. And what sort of depth were you fishing to get those?
Well, today, Ando, they were in about 300, 320 metres, so I reckon I'm no expert on blue eye, but I'm getting better. And
Well, clearly.
you're definitely getting better, but I reckon the key is having a few spots in your catalogue, for sure, where you've caught them before, and then you've kind of got to go and check those spots, and some days they're just not working, and today was one of those. All our good spots just didn't produce them. But then, we were able to sound some bait up on one of the cliffs, if you like, and you think, well, if the bait's there, they're probably there.
Yep.
So we went and hit that, some new spot, bang, got double headers. I mean, it's pretty awesome, really.
Mate, that's sensational. I hope there's a little sneaky filler for me, mate.
There's definitely a sneaky filler for you, and you know why? Because you were part of this for me, Ando. Last night I had no salmon for bait, and I reckon salmon's one of the best bait for the light. And he said, don't worry, I've got a couple in the freezer. And I said, Ando, I'll turn them into blue eye for you tomorrow. So I've kept my promise.
Beautiful, mate. Thank you. Well done, boys. So I just want to say a massive thanks to all the staff at Boss Outdoor. We have a fantastic team, and we're all proactive in the field. We have everyone out on their days off, before work, after work, fishing, to bring all the latest and most current information to give you the most accurate fishing report that we can give. So big thanks to the Boss Outdoor team. We're doing it for you guys. Okay, it's time to check out the fishing report deal of the week. So it's 50% off all Boss rentals, guys. We want to get you out on the water so you can enjoy this beautiful pre-spring weather. That includes kayaks and the Boss tinnies as well. What a deal. So that's this week's fishing report, guys. If there's anything else you need to know, whether it be about bait, the lures, or where they're biting, come into Boss Outdoor so we can hook you up. So if you're enjoying our videos, guys, remember to
Like and subscribe.